Hi, this is Bart from MixerSeater. In this video, I will show you how to organize a multi-session structured networking event that maximizes the number of valuable connections everyone will make. Is it possible for everyone to meet everybody else? Well, we are not talking about speed dating here. I will not discuss one-on-one meetings, but yes, if you are lucky enough, all participants will meet each other without having to introduce themselves 50 times. So, to start off with, we have a group of say 30, 50 or even 100 people who want to attend your networking event or your conference for that matter. Normally, you would just put those people in a meeting room and have them introduce themselves to random people. Eventually, they will form some groups, and that's basically it. This is how a regular networking event looks like. But wait a minute. How many valuable connections will a person make during such an event? Look at me. I'm quite shy. I'm afraid to approach strangers. I would just sit down at the bar and finally one or two real estate agents will hand me their business cards. Perfect. The idea is to break your attendees into small groups, say 5 or 6 people each. Assign each group to a table. Give everyone 1 minute to introduce themselves at the table. This way, it is not that noisy and you don't have to introduce yourself 5 times to make 5 connections. You only do it once. That was easy, wasn't it? But now comes the tricky part. You need to ring a bell or shout. It's time to switch your tables, guys! But wait a minute. Where should everybody go to meet a completely new group of people? I tell you something. If you want them to switch the tables only once, you will probably manage to reassign your groups in Excel, for instance. But the third round, not even mentioning the fourth or fifth, is really a hassle. You'll end up with lots of duplicate meetings, so it is not quite an improvement we are aiming for compared to an ordinary networking event. So, what if you could put your participant list into a computer and get a complete seating plan for each session with no duplicate meetings, eventually allowing everybody to meet everyone else? This is where MixerSeater comes in handy. MixerSeater is a website where you can upload your guest list. Almost every Excel sheet will go through. Then you just need to indicate how many tables and seats at each table you want to have. So, for instance, you have 50 people on your guest list, 7 tables, and want to seat maximum 8 people at each table. And you want your event to last no longer than, say, 1 hour, so you decide to have 4 sessions. And there you go. You get your seating chart for each session. You can download it as an Excel file to print nice badges. On one side, you can print the guest name, and on the other, table numbers, which the guest needs to visit in each session. Or, which is even more convenient, you can use MixerSeater mobile sitting chart view. Especially if you expect that many of your attendees will not show up eventually. I don't know if that's your case, but if you've invited 100 people and only 50 of them showed up, some of the tables may be empty during your sessions, or even worse, only one person could be assigned to them. Sitting alone at a table does not usually lead to getting new connections. So, if you printed your badges the day before your event, you just can't amend them in time. But if there is a stable internet connection at your venue and you are able to generate the seating chart after the check-in, seating chart mobile view will solve the problem. You simply indicate which attendees are actually present and then regenerate the seating plan. And the newest seating chart is always available on your guest mobiles. And here, lots of you keep telling me, no, we can't tell people to install something on their phones. It's too complicated, etc., etc. But the point is that you actually only need to have an internet connection. All you need to ask from your guests is to pick up the phone, open their favorite browser, and type in a very short web page address, something like www.mixerseater.com/G7ADR. Each event has its unique mobile seating chart address. When your guests go to this simple web page, they will see the list of participants. They simply have to find a name, click on it, and the most up-to-date guide is there. At which table should I sit in each session, and who am I meeting there? It is very useful that the event link remains unchanged from the moment you started planning your event and inviting guests. So you can send the link to your attendees together with the official ticket or invitation. This way, they won't even have to type it in. All they need is just a click. So, this is basically how your networking event can look like. You are probably curious. Is it really possible for everyone to meet everybody else during this type of event? Yes, it is in fact possible, but it is not always obvious. So, please be sure to subscribe. In our next videos, we will explain what can you do to maximize the number of connections and how to organize an everybody meets everybody event. If you have questions, please join our Networking Events Organizers group on Facebook. Together with our community, we will be more than happy to answer your every question. Thanks for watching. See you next time.